So I'm going to work off some notes. Before we get into this, though, let's see. I do want to thank Christina and your family, Timmy, your family. You guys, this is unreal. Literally, it's the best wedding I've ever been to. We're just getting started. It's going to be super fun. So I'm going to try to keep this brief, but my name's Greg Fitzsimmons. I'm Timmy's friend.
Yeah, Greg. Yeah,
Greg. I'm Christina's friend. Yeah. And so, like I said, bear with me a little bit. I'm going to work off some notes. My intention was to walk up here and talk off the cuff, right?
Talk off the cuff.
But I think emotions are going to creep into this a little bit. And there are a couple of things that I want to articulate and make sure we nail this. So I'm going to work off some notes. But like I said, I'm excited and to be honest, a bit shocked to be standing up here today. So Timmy, about 5 years ago, teed me up at our wedding. Like, took the mic and just crushed me in front of everybody. And it was one of the best moments of our entire weekend. So when he gave me the opportunity to return the favor, I was pretty shocked. Here we go, right? Buckle up, right? No, for real though, I am honored to stand up here, right? And play a minor role in celebrating you two. Your love, your day, your commitment, and your future together. Christina, you look stunning. And we're going to celebrate you as a bride tonight, big time, but we're going to support you forever, right? And we're here, like all of us. Timmy, you know how I feel about you. I love you, and I appreciate you. Okay, but there are a few things that I do want to introduce into tonight's celebration, right? I'm going to start with the ladies, and namely this inbound baby girl. To me, this is what it's all about, right? And that like bizarre miracle of a beautiful, thriving baby girl made by alchemy and intimacy and love is what it's all about. And she has an army of weirdos and nomads and freaks, right? That we all share, among other things, one thing in common. And for real, we'll do anything for her, forever. And trust that, like we're here. Okay, you guys are lucky. You're lucky to have each other. You're lucky to have this family. You're lucky to have this family that's growing, the trio of you. And I just want to note, like, that this is fortune. Like, you guys are rich, you know, like what's going on here. But as lucky as you are to have this wealth and that baby girl, she's fortunate to have you guys. She's the fortunate one. She's lucky to have you as her mom. She's lucky to have you as her pop. Kyle as her grandmother, and Francesca as an aunt, and David as an uncle. Wendy and Heather as friends, because you guys are gonna be friends. She gets you guys, right? She gets you guys, and she gets this whole freaking thing, and she's lucky.
And Gita.
Yeah, and Gita. And Tegan. I actually have that in here. And Gita and Tegan as a cousin and the whole thing, right?
Yeah, calm down, Gates. Pull off the brakes.
And with this whole thing, like, this is what's going to set her on this unreal path, this course towards doing some unreal stuff. And she's lucky, right? But I digress. So today is about you two. It's about your love. It's about your promise and your future. And it's about your story. So I think we should share a few stories.
Oh.
I'm trying to think where to start, but so again, I'm going to start with Christina. You're coming. Tim has shared a story with me recently about how he knew that you were the one. And there's going to be a theme that I might return to a little bit while we're talking up here. And the theme is Tim being kind of creepy and watching you when you're not knowing. So Tim knew without you knowing, right? You were apparently sleeping a random morning, right? And Tim woke up early before you, and he rolled over. And this is legit. This is straight from him. He saw you laying there in the bed asleep. There was a spring, like, morning sun on you. And he was stirred. He was stirred by your beauty and the connection you guys had. And he says that's the morning he knew. And he literally bought a ring that week. That's real, right? That's real stuff. Whew. And now for Tim, right? So Christina and I have a lot in common, and that might terrify you. But seriously, we do. So there aren't any other dudes in my life, not one other man I've ever met whom I remember the first time I met, except for Timmy. I remember the first moment I met Tim. Let's see, I just missed where I'm at. So I vividly remember walking up to my first training session in San Diego, and I was 18 years old, and I walked out like ready to play, ready to train. For rugby, right. And I saw the coach sitting there, getting ready to go, and I was like, dude, that's the guy that's going to teach me how to play footy, right? I'm ready to learn from this dude. He was jacked. He was bossing people around. He was oozing testosterone. Like you could feel it in him. And it was Tim testosterone. But he wasn't a coach. He actually wasn't even a veteran on the rugby team. He was a rookie on the team, just like I was. It was his first training. And I remember sitting there being like, for real? Like, this dude, I wasn't even shaving. I had like a feathered surfer haircut. And this dude's like, I have to tackle this guy? So, for like, only man in my life that I remember meeting for the first time. Christina, like me, because we have a lot in common, remembers the moment she met Tim. And it's pretty classic, right? So, the story boils down to pre-gaming before a Black Alicious concert with Sarah at apparently, Christina made an inappropriate comment as she walked in late, because that's, I think, a theme. She walked in late, made an inappropriate comment, not knowing that a single dude was sitting on the cooler. And that dude was her future husband and her future baby's father, right? That night, a long talk and a lot of dancing, but actually Christina was dancing solo because Tim was not with her. He was lurking in the shadows, watching her dance. But that night it clicked, right? Like, they piqued each other's interest, and that night paved the way to tonight, right? Which I think is super cool. So yeah, again, we have something in common. We have another thing in common. We both love and cherish the juxtaposition that is Timothy Madeomi, right? We celebrate his balance. We appreciate the blend. You know, he's equal parts guru and bro. We actually do love his like diatribes about the Upanishads and about the Bhagavad Gita, but we also love, I think, beer monsters and scooping hammers and stories about the good old days of winning national championships and scoring tries and like all this stuff, right? So yeah. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to wrap it up with a wish for the three of you. And this is going to be hard. The one thing I wish for you two and for that baby girl is to take note of this flame, right? This fire, this feeling that you guys have. And I saw it last night when we were all prepping, and I saw it today throughout the day. I recognize, and this is for real in front of all of you, I recognize that fire is an apt metaphor in this beautiful place that we get to spend the day, right? I respectfully acknowledge that every one of you, every one of us, has seriously been affected by fire. But today, to you, I say stoke the fire, right? Nurture the burning, foster that flame you're feeling for each other. There's an awe-inspiring thing that comes from this type of flame's ashes. It's a phoenix. It's a life. It's a community. And don't hesitate to use us, your tribe, as tinder, as logs to keep that fire burning. Your tribe is here, all of us. So with that, I want to tell you guys that I love you. I love the three of you. I love that you love him and you love her and we love you guys. To you guys, onward. Love you.